Yo, what's going on, y'all? This is Marcus. These Oreos driving a motherfucker. What's going on, y'all? This is Marcus Rosa, aka Mazuma TV, back at y'all with another live, man. I hope everybody's having a blessed, beautiful, positive, productive night. I'm hoping. You see what I mean? Shout out to everybody that's about to be coming in the building. We got some things that we need to discuss going on in the boxing world, man. As y'all can tell, I just woke up not too long ago. You feel me? Wasn't even gonna go live today, not even gonna lie to you, but I figured I'd just get on here just because I ain't got shit else to do. You feel what I'm saying? He said, man, almost died. Yeah, that Oreo dried in the motherfucker, cuz. My fault. You feel me? But shout out to everybody that's in the building. Stop Motion MMA, Lorenzo, what up? Let me check the audio. Let me make sure my live, everything is correct before I get going. You feel what I mean? I actually got to turn that TV off. That shit loud as hell. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. As a matter of fact, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Give me 1 second. No. You motherfucker. This punk ass cat. Get your ass. Get your motherfucker. Get your ass. Yeah. Fuck you at? Fuck you go. No. Get your this motherfucker. Yeah. This motherfucker, this nigga got me like what Rocky chasing the motherfucking chickens and shit. You know what I'm saying? This little motherfucker fast as hell. Go ahead. Nah. Go ahead. You too. Get your ass on. Get your ass on. No. Get your ass on. Got me fucked up, cuz. Got me super fucked up. Shout out to everybody that's in the building. J Cash, USA #1. Jordan Sheriff, what up? Hit the like button as soon as you come in, man. Super fucked up. Shout out to everybody that's in the building. J Cash. Talking crazy on this joint. Let's definitely get the likes up, though. You feel what I'm saying? Shout out to the 11 people that's in the building. We only got 5 likes. Let's get them up. Let's get the algorithm on the up before we step. You feel what I mean? We're going to speak about Shakur Stevenson versus William Zepeda. Seeming to be next. You see what I mean? I guess they got the money together, and Coach Panda, you know what I'm saying? He pretty much confirmed it himself. And then we're going to speak about Teofimo Lopez back to his ducking ways and saying that he's going to make his way to 147 to open up a new avenue in his career, man. We definitely going to speak about that. I'm going to put the link up in the chat if anybody wants to come through and join the channel. You feel what I mean? Shout out to everybody that's in the building. Shout out to the nation and shout out to the mob. You feel what I'm saying? We definitely in here. We definitely active, man. I appreciate everybody that came through yesterday as well, man. I had a great conversation with one of the most highly requested guys that have come across, Mazuma TV, and that is Greg Hackett, man. I was able to get him on here, and we had a great conversation. You feel what I mean? I put a couple of the snippets up today on the channel, so if you haven't checked out the full live, feel free to check out the full live. You feel what I mean? And then, from there, you could check out the little snippets that we had, man, because that was probably the most standout part of our conversations. But my mom had gave me something dope today that I had completely forgotten about. I don't know how, because this is like one of my favorite, you know what I mean? Definitely one of my most prized possessions, in all honesty, man. I had stopped by my mom's house real quick to grab some food or whatever. And she had gave me this right here, man. She had gave me my favorite autograph to date. You see what I mean? This is, I'm not going to lie to you. This is not when I met Tito Trinidad. This was afterwards. I had first met Tito Trinidad at the Atlantic City Boxing Hall of Fame. For those of y'all who follow the channel, then y'all already know that Tito Trinidad is my favorite fighter of all time. You feel what I mean? I was able to meet him in Atlantic City when he got inducted into the AC Boxing Hall of Fame. And, it was a great moment. You know what I'm saying? He signed a T-shirt of mine. He signed a boxing glove. And he signed another magazine of mine that's currently at Pivot Boxing Academy at this moment. But, I wanted my own. You know what I'm saying? I took that. I took the boxing glove, and it's pretty much memorabilia at Pivot Boxing Academy right now. We got a section where we got a whole bunch of autographs from different fighters: Floyd Mayweather, Mike Tyson. We got just about every autograph in that motherfucking building. But I wanted my own personal one. You know what I'm saying? This one is definitely irreplaceable, and I made sure that this was made specifically for me. So, you know what I mean? Nobody can ever take it and say that it's theirs. You feel what I mean? So shout out to Catherine. Catherine LeBron. She is Tito Trinidad's translator whenever he comes to the U.S. Because, you know, Tito still don't really know no English all like that. You feel what I'm saying? So whenever he comes to the States and stuff like that, she takes care of him and makes sure that you know, he's understanding of everything that goes on, and he's able to do interviews, like English interviews and shit like that. So, yeah, man, you know, I spoke to her. You know, I had gave her this personal magazine because the Ring magazine did a, you know, this magazine right here was strictly dedicated to Tito Trinidad, and this had came out January 2022. So I bought it that same month. I sent it over to Kat. She sent it over to Tito Trinidad out in Puerto Rico, and he signed it for me, put my name on it right there, Marcus Rosa, Felix Trinidad, and at the bottom he put Campeón. You feel what I mean? The date is on there as well, January 19th of 2022. So this is a 2-year-old autograph right here, man. Time flies, and you know what I mean? This is definitely one of my most prized possessions. You feel what I'm saying? So it was dope that my mom actually gave me this. I'm going to try to find somewhere to hang it up or at least put it on my entertainment center and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I got a good amount of autographs at this point. You know, I got Tito Trinidad. I got Boots over there, along with the Jared Anderson autograph. And, que onda, loco. What you talking about? I don't even know what that means. But regardless, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. I got some good things going on. My Trainer of the Year award. You feel what I mean? Yeah, this is it. So I just wanted to show you guys that because I thought that was pretty dope. But let's get into the boxing talk, man. We got some things that we need to discuss. Of course, like I said, we're gonna speak about Shakur and William Zepeda most likely being next. Like I told you guys not too long ago. Yeah, I mean, this shouldn't be a surprise at all if y'all tuned into the channel. You feel what I'm saying? I told you guys actually yesterday. I told you guys that this was the fight that was going to be made because, in all honesty, you know, it's no coincidence that, you know, Turki Al-Sheikh does a deal with Golden Boy and Top Rank. You know, they announced that Shakur Stevenson is going to be making business moves. You know what I'm saying, with Turki Al-Sheikh. So, you know, that fight is bound to come together. You see what I mean? And I told you guys that, you know, Shakur and Zepeda is going to be eliminated from Gervonta Davis's next possible opponent. So that leaves none other than Rayo Venezuela. You know what I mean? It might possibly be an Edwin De Los Santos. You feel what I mean? So don't be surprised if Gervonta Davis goes on to fight Rayo, who just beat Pitbull, because Pitbull was a notable name that was supposed to be, you know, somebody for Tank to look at as the next opponent. So with Rayo defeating Pitbull, you know, Rayo automatically puts himself in position. So don't be surprised if it's Edwin De Los Santos or if it's Rayo Venezuela. In all honesty, Rayo will probably be the better name, considering that he's a champion at 140 right now. You feel what I'm saying? But Shakur Zepeda, it seems like it's locked in. And I want to give you guys my personal opinion on this because I was watching Coach Panda, and I told you guys that Coach Panda literally did not want anything to do with Shakur Stevenson at all. You feel what I'm saying? He's very respectful when it comes to Shakur Stevenson. And, you know, he's pretty transparent with how he feels. He doesn't just jump out and be like, oh, my fighter's not ready for Shakur. But, you know, he has a lot of respect for Shakur Stevenson. And, you know, if you read between the lines, he lets you know that that's not the fight that they ultimately looking for at this moment. I think he's even said that at certain points, and that he would rather have Zepeda fight, you know, the other champions in the division. You know, Oscar De La Hoya wanted to do the same thing. You feel what I mean? They was talking about, you know, Lomachenko. They was talking about Baranchek. You know what I'm saying? They talking about everybody except Shakur. But, you know, I guess when you Turki Al-Sheikh and you got access to a shit ton of funds, you know, you throw the proper number out there and everybody changes their mind. You know what I mean? Everybody got a price. You know what I'm saying? If this would have been without Turki Al-Sheikh, this fight wouldn't have been made. But, you know, considering the fact that Turki Al-Sheikh put that bag up and gives them an amount that they cannot refuse, I guess this fight's going to be happening later on this year. You feel what I mean? So let me pull up the exact video. Shout out to Mill City Boxing. I seen Mill City there with Zab Judah. I see they've been collabing on several videos. I don't know if they exactly got a partnership right now. I don't know exactly what's going on, but regardless, you know, they sat down with Coach Panda, who is the coach of William Zepeda, and he telling you right there exactly what's going on, being as transparent as possible. You know what I'm saying? And I actually can appreciate that. You know what I mean? He could have easily just been like, oh, I don't know, man. You know, they working on something and I'm going to let them announce it, you know, if it come together. But he's straight up telling you exactly what's going on. So it is what it is, man. Let me play this video for y'all, and then I'm going to let y'all formulate your own opinion. But like I said, I got my link right here. I got my StreamYard link up here if y'all want to come up here and discuss how y'all feeling about this situation. You feel what I'm saying? Let me see. Let me rewind this video. This is Coach Panda speaking about this. Like I said, shout out to Mill City and Zab Judah for bringing this to our attention. You feel what I mean? I found this on X. So let's hear what Coach Panda got to say.
So, got some news. Why don't we just throw it out there? You know, William Zepeda and Shakur Stevenson.
Sure, just been talking to Jay Prince. And in the middle of talking to Jay Prince, we get a call from Turk. So looking forward to doing a fight. He wanted to do it October 21st in Saudi. William asked for us to do it either November, late November, early December. It looks like everything's planned out. We're waiting for the moment to be right. It looks like everything's right. The money's right. The time's right. You got two guys in their prime. One's the number one, and the other one's the champion.
Zach, you meant.
I don't want to say that.
Okay. So that's what he said right there, man. That's about as transparent as can be, man. We got 24 people in the building. If you could hit the like button as soon as you come in, that'd be very much appreciated. But you hear Coach Panda right here, the coach of William Zepeda, for those of y'all who don't know, you know, formerly trained Super Matias and stuff like that, decorated trainer. He's aware of what's going on right now. He said that, you know, being a part of William Zepeda's team, there was in contact with Jay Prince. And in the middle of contacting Jay Prince or communicating with Jay Prince, Turki Al-Sheikh reaches out to them and tries to get a fight done immediately. They were looking to make this fight happen in October. I'm assuming that's going to be on the Dimitri Bivol versus Artur Beterbiev card. But, you know, William Zepeda requested that it happen a little bit later on this year, so November, December. So do not be surprised if Shakur Stevenson versus William Zepeda happens on the undercard of Tyson Fury and Alexander Usyk. You know what I mean? I believe that fight's going to be happening December 21st. So that's a good fight for Shakur Stevenson, man. You know, it's been a long time coming. You know, is it the best opponent for Shakur? No, I think we all know who the best opponent for Shakur is. But, you know, William Zepeda is one of the top guys at 135. Like Oscar De La Hoya said, you know, he's a badass because he's ranked in all 4 sanctioning bodies. So this dude is a legitimate threat, probably the top contender at 135. You know, high knockout ratio, dangerous fighter. So, you know, and there's a thing with Shakur Stevenson that a lot of people are saying. There's a stigma around Shakur Stevenson that he's afraid of punchers. You know what I mean? That he don't like to get hit. So this is going to be a big fight for Shakur Stevenson to really get people to eat their words. I don't know if he's really too into making people eat their words. I think he's just concerned with the win at the end of the day. But, you know, if he finds a way to defeat William Zepeda, you know what I mean? Obviously, what he does works. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of what you say, you can say that man is scared of punchers. You can say that man doesn't want to get hit. But if he's beating these motherfuckers, then, you know, obviously the formula that he's cooking up is working. You feel what I'm saying? So it is what it is, man. I like the fight. I hope it does happen later on this year. It's just funny how they could go from, yo, let's just let it marinate just a little bit to, you know what I mean? All right, we're going to fight later on this year. So that obviously means that Turkey put up a bag that they could not refuse. And, you know, at the end of the day, like what me and Greg was saying yesterday, Turkey don't like being told no. You feel what I'm saying? So, you know, you already know he's going to come with a bag that, you know, they feel like they can't turn down. You know what I mean? It's an amount of money that, you know, might be life-changing. So they're like, all right, yeah, all right, now you got our attention. Let's make this shit happen. You feel what I'm saying? So it is what it is. So I'm looking forward to seeing that, man. Like I said, it's a big opportunity for Shakur Stevenson. And not only is it a big opportunity for Shakur, it's a big opportunity for William Zepeda as well. He's going up against arguably the best 135 in the division. You see what I mean? Shakur Stevenson, he's been looking for that, you know, that signature win on his resume. You feel what I mean? Is William Zepeda the biggest name? Absolutely not, but he is one of the best in the division. So it's a good, meaningful fight. And I want to see how Shakur, you know, handles that style. I want to see how Zepeda is able to handle the boxing ability, the athleticism, the elusiveness of Shakur Stevenson. You know what I'm saying? What is he going to do when the punches he usually lands on people, you know, have those same punches will be, you know, swinging at thin air. You feel what I mean? I want to see, you know, if William Zepeda is capable of making adjustments. Will he be outboxed? Will he force Shakur to fight a fight that he's not accustomed to fighting? It's a great fight, man. So I'm really looking forward to that. You feel what I'm saying? Let me get into the comments real quick. El Pinche says, what do you think of the Puerto Ricans for Canelo movement? I think it goes to show you that, you know, Edgar Berlanga doesn't represent Puerto Rico how he thinks he does. I understand that he's a Puerto Rican. We cannot dispute that fact. He's a Puerto Rican just like myself. We both from the States. I'm from Philly. You know, he's from Brooklyn or wherever he's from. But I think that if Edgar Berlanga was actually a decorated professional, like if he was a multi-division champion or just a champion in general that's been representing the island pretty well, I think they would have embraced him a little bit more. But considering the fact that Edgar Berlanga is unproven, you know, hasn't really fought anybody credible, hasn't accomplished anything in the sport of boxing, you know, worth supporting, I think that they're rooting for Canelo because they don't want Edgar Berlanga. And then I think what's making it worse too is that Edgar Berlanga is acting like he's somebody. You know what I'm saying? I mean, as a fighter, of course, you want to act like you're somebody, but I do think that Edgar Berlanga is acting like, you know, he earned that spot when in reality, he really didn't. Do you see what I mean? He even said it. He was like, I was kicking my feet up while they was pressing for the fight, talking about Morrell and Benavidez. And, you know, the fight just, you know, it fell in my lap. That lets you know that you were cherry picked, sir. And you are just confirming what everybody is saying in terms of you not being worthy of the fight. You feel what I'm saying? Pagat Petit, you got to listen to what I'm saying, my brother. You got to listen to what I'm saying. I said arguably the best at 135. You can rewind this video and go back to what I said. Not only is reading fundamental, but listening is as well. You got to pay attention to what I'm saying, and you got to listen to the words. You feel what I mean? I said Shakur is arguably the best at 135. That means that there's a debate. I didn't say hands down. I didn't say hands down, no debate in Shakur. I didn't say any of that. I said arguably the best in his division. And as long as you're a champion in the division, you have a case for being the best. You feel what I mean? Like if we look at 140 right now, you know, Albert Puello, we got Teofimo Lopez, we got Rayo. Who's the other one? We got Rayo, and then we got who's the fourth champion? Leon Paro. They all have a case for saying that they're the man of the division. Why? Because they all have world titles. That's the purpose and the significance of unification, and that is the importance of becoming undisputed in your division. Because when you're undisputed, there's no dispute on who the man is. You feel what I'm saying? So at 135, there's 4 belt holders from what I understand. Tank, Baranchek, Loma, Shakur. They have to fight each other in order to, you know, declare who's the best in the division. As long as there's another champion in your division, how can you really say that you're the man? You see what I'm saying? So you got to pay attention to what I'm saying, man. Don't get your emotions involved. You know what I mean? Listen. You know what I'm saying? And once you feel like you understand exactly what's being said, then you can make your comments. But I said arguably the best at 135. And it is what it is. He is arguably one of the best in the division, whether you like it or not. You feel me? So yeah, like I was saying, man. Lorenzo, he says not to go off topic, but is Paro versus Cambozo a done deal? Or is it still in the bro? I haven't heard anything about that, so I couldn't even really answer that. To me, I feel like that was a rumor. Could be real, could not be, but I haven't really heard anything. You feel me? I would much rather see. Maybe it's just me being biased, but I would much rather see him rematch Subriel. That's just me. You know what I'm saying? I would like to see Subriel go to Australia and rematch Liam Paro. I think that'll be more interesting. I think Kambosos is not worthy of a world title shot at this point. This man just got dominated, beat the fuck up, and stopped by Vasyl Lomachenko, who didn't even really want to fight for real. Like he said after the fight, he was like, yo, I didn't even want to fight. Like my dad forced me to fight. So he wasn't even all the way in it mentally 100% and still beat the dog shit out you. You 0-3 in Australia in world title fights, my brother. You do not deserve an opportunity against Liam Paro. But I guess, you know, they both some big, they could generate a lot of revenue in Australia, some money grab. It is what it is. You feel what I mean? Sometimes the money overrule, you know what I mean? a lot of these things that go on in the sport. You feel what I mean? But yeah, man, that's the latest news. You know, Coach Panda, William Zepeda's trainer, is pretty much confirming Shakur and William Zepeda will be fighting later on this year. And like I said, don't be surprised if it happens on the Tyson Fury versus Alexander Usyk undercard. You know what I mean? Or it might possibly happen on the Dimitri Bivol versus Artur Beterbiev at undercard. You know, William Zepeda made a request that it happens, you know, November, December, but it could very possibly happen in October. Let's see. There's still plenty of time, man. It's the beginning of August. So you got all of August to get back in shape. You got all of September. You know what I mean? And you got a good portion of October as well. So you got at least 7 weeks to work. That's more than plenty of time to get into dog shape and get, you know, in your bag. You feel what I'm saying? So that's exactly what I think of the situation. I mean, that's my opinion on the situation. I hope it's done. You know, whatever undercard that fight is added to is just gonna make the card a lot more better, man. Because like I said, you know, Shakur is one of the best at 135. You know, William Zepeda, you know, can make a strong case that he's the top contender at 135. So what's up? Let's get it popping. Let's see how Shakur handles this style. Y'all say he got a problem with pressure fighters and power punchers. Let's see him go up in there against arguably one of the best pressure fighters in the division. Let's go. Let's get it popping. You feel what I'm saying? Anonymous said, I actually just watched Matias versus Paro today. Matias can win a rematch as long as he ain't bullshit in the first half again. I agree 100%, and that's exactly why I want to see that rematch. I don't know exactly what was going on with Matias, man, but, you know, he went about shit the wrong way in that first half of that fight. But, you know, I seen several moments where Matias was, like, attempting to impose his will. And, you know, I think he was doing a great job. I just think that he got started just a little bit too late. And I don't know, man. I don't know if it was a lack of focus. I don't know exactly what it was. I heard some things behind the scenes, but I ain't about to be making excuses for another man. You know what I'm saying? I want to see the rematch. I want to see Subriel in his bag. You feel what I'm saying? And I want to see him do some things. You feel me? I want to see him do some things for real. Yeah. Let me see. Jay Cash, I think he'll clean him in the rematch. I think he'll do his thing against Paro too. I think he'll defeat Liam Paro. Agent 007 said Matias need to move his feet and head more. When you watch Subriel, he got pretty decent head movement, bro. I think if you watch a lot of his fights and you just pay attention to like the defensive aspect of him when he walking people down, he time shots pretty well with his head movement. You feel what I'm saying? But there's times where he like to come behind his high guard when he feel like a motherfucker not really punching for real. He come with the high guard. It all depends on his approach. But I've seen him use solid head movement in several fights. You feel what I'm saying? So I just think he just gotta get back in his bag. You feel what I'm saying? He just gotta get back in his bag. I heard he had problems with, you know, his former trainer, Coach Panda, and shit like that. There was a lot of things going on he didn't like. You feel what I mean? There was a lot of things they weren't, you know, agreeing to. So he got the fuck up out of there. So we'll see if it hurts him. We'll see if it helps him. You know, I really want to see Subriel come back in the mix ASAP and, you know, get another title shot going. You know, because even though he lost against Leon Paro, he's still one of the top guys in the division. So he's bound to get another opportunity. You know, he could probably fight 1 or 2 fights and become the IBF mandatory. So we'll see. You feel what I mean? But shout out to Subriel, man. So that's the first topic that we just got out of the way. Shakur Stevenson, William Zepeda, definitely coming up next, according to William Zepeda's coach, Panda. You feel what I'm saying? Now let's get into Teofimo Lopez, corny ass, man. Like, it's just hard to root for this dude, man. It's hard to, because I'm an open-minded individual. You know what I'm saying? There's been fighters that I won't be feeling in a certain moment, but then they do some things that I fuck with, and I'm like, yo, maybe I could, you know, rock with this dude or support him just a little bit. But Teofimo Lopez just seems that he just gets lower and lower and lower. And I don't know if you recollect this, but Teofimo Lopez, I did an interview on the Donza Project. Man, shout out to the Donza Project. They be having some quality content on there. You feel what I mean? And Teofimo Lopez was on there. And, you know, while he was trying to be a fake-ass philosopher, you know what I'm saying, and all this shit, like, you know what I mean? The snail, the snail might be the slowest, but, you know, if it's consistent, it could beat the rabbit. because the rabbit might get distracted and worry about another thing. Whole time they not worried about the finish line. The snail gonna beat the rabbit. The snail will beat the rabbit if God allows it. I'm like, bro, what the fuck is Tio talking about? That's the type of bag that he be in. But regardless, bro, I remember in the interview while he was saying that he will never fight Shakur Stevenson. Will never fight Shakur Stevenson because he admires and respects Jay Prince. What the fuck sense do that make? So you're willing to miss out on a big payday against one of the top guys in the boxing world? Because regardless of what you say, Shakur Stevenson might not be a pay-per-view draw. He might not be the biggest star in boxing right now. But if Shakur and Tio were to fight in the future, and they're both at the pinnacle, they're at the top of their game, it will generate revenue because they're both fighters that the people know. Hardcore boxing fans will be in tune with it. You know what I mean? That might attract the casual boxing fans. What I'm saying is it has potential to create some money. And if you're a fighter and you're a prize fighter, what are you fighting for? The prize. You feel what I'm saying? So he said that he'll never fight Shakur Stevenson because he admires Jay Prince, and that's more than enough of a reason to say that he'll never fight him. I call bullshit. I do believe that he will never fight him, but I don't believe it's because of Jay Prince. I think it's because of the style that, Shakur Stevenson feels that he's inferior against. And that's the black, slick, athletic fighter. Simple and plain. You know what I mean? That's why he be acting funny about that's why he act funny when you talk about fighting Keyshawn Davis and shit like that. You know what I mean? He telling Keyshawn that he got to go prove himself and go get a belt. Meanwhile, Steve Clay can hop off a fucking couch in Canada and get a fight against Teofimo Lopez for the WBO junior welterweight title of the world. You feel what I mean? So he could try to fool people. You know what I mean? He could try to make it seem like motherfuckers ain't worthy and shit like that. But we see exactly what he got going on. You know what I'm saying? Cherry picking at his finest. You know what I mean? Yeah, he rose to the occasion against certain dudes. Yeah, Teofimo's talented. Yeah, he could fight, but, he got a little bit of duck sauce in his system, and that's all I really got to say about that. So Teofimo went on to stamp exactly what he was saying, and I have the video here as well that I want you guys to check out, and I want to see exactly what you guys think about this. You feel what I'm saying? Because like I said, it's without a doubt this man Teofimo Lopez is definitely has some. He definitely sees something in Shakur Stevenson that he wants nothing to do with, and we know exactly what it is. So, this is the headline right here. It says Teofimo Lopez says that he only talks about Shakur Stevenson for Dean. And for those of y'all who don't know who Dean the Great is, he's like I don't know what to really call him. I don't know if he's a social media boxer. I heard some good things about him. They say that he can actually fight and shit like that. But regardless, Dean the Great is one of them dudes that's always running their mouth on social media. Ain't fucking fight nobody, but he wants you to believe through and through that he's that nigga. You feel what I'm saying? So he says that he only talks about Shakur Stevenson for Dean and not about a fight for him. So he says that he only talks about Shakur Stevenson for another man and not about a fight for him. And that he is moving up and is done with 140. There's nothing left there, but he will still hold his belts there. Do you understand what the fuck that even means, bro? Look, I don't go out of my, I don't wake up and be like, yo, I'm about to hate on Tio today, dog. Wait till I see what I say about Tio, man. I got find something else to hate on the nigga. Bro, he just dropped, this shit be a layup, bro. Listen to this statement right here. Listen to this final statement. This is what Teofimo says. With 140, there's nothing left there, but he will still hold his belts there. If there's nothing there at 140, why the fuck are you still going to hold the belts there, sir? What is your point of holding belts in a division when you feel like there's nothing there for you to explore anymore? That makes no sense at all. The reality of the situation is 140 has some of the best talent in the sport of boxing. When you look through 105 to heavyweight, 140 has some of the most talented people in the fucking world in that weight class, and it's only going to get bigger because these dudes from 135 is about to move the fuck up too. You know what I'm saying? So you talking about, you got 3 other people in the division outside of yourself, right? Isaac Cruz is still around. You see what I mean? Devin Haney's still around. He hasn't confirmed. He don't got no fight date yet. You know what I'm saying? There's still all of these talented guys in the 140-pound division, and you mean to tell me that there's nothing there for you, bro? There's a lot of fucking fights for you there. You feel me? You got Liam Paro there that you could fight for unification. Rayo Venezuela, y'all got history. I heard he was fucking you up in sparring. Who the fuck else I'm missing? Who the fuck? Albert Puello. You can fight that man. He's the WBC champion as of right now. Devin Haney is champion in recess. He might pop out and fight Albert Puello and get that belt back. That'll be a good fight too. Y'all got history. You feel what I'm saying? Why are you acting like there's nothing there at 140 for you anymore? Even Keyshawn said he will go up to 140 to whoop your ass. So with that being known, how can you possibly say there is nothing there for you anymore? No, the reality of the situation is you think you undisputed when the fuck you not. There's 3 other champions in the division. Stop acting like you that nigga in that division or you don't got nothing else to prove in this division. As long as these motherfuckers is holding belts, you got something to prove. Trust and believe. The problem is you don't want no smoke with any of them dudes there, and you want to continue cherry picking and finding styles that you feel is suitable for yours. You don't want nobody. You don't want nobody who's mobile. You don't want anybody that you will struggle to cut the ring off with. You know what I mean? You don't want to be in there with people that will give you a fucking boxing lesson. You see what I mean? So I see exactly why you looking at 147. You see what I mean? You see Brian Norman. You see he's an aggressive come forward fighter. You feel like you can outbox him. All right, cool. I see what you seeing, my brother. Like it's not you trying to be calculated, but at the same time you mixing in little lies in the process. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like there ain't nothing for you at 140. There's plenty of shit up there for you there at 140. You just don't want no smoke with the niggas at 140. Just say that. Just say that. How can you? And I need to talk to Low Nose Boxer, man. He don't be coming on here anymore, but I need to talk to Lowe's Boxing because how do you defend this shit? This dude jumps to Teofimo Lopez's aid like a motherfucker, like an EMT, my nigga. Just whenever T.O. down, this nigga, he doing chest presses and all that. You know what I'm saying? Chest presses, he trying to get that pulse back. When T.O. down bad, he trying to get that motherfucking heart rate back popping. I need to know, how can you defend this? This man is literally lying to the people, which he calls pimping the media. Low nose T.O., that shit don't matter to me. You know what I'm saying? That shit don't matter to me. I don't care if he know him or not. I know niggas. I know Danny. I called him out when he been on stupid shit. There's been plenty of people that I know or have met, and I still call them out for the dumb shit that they do. So him knowing T.O. personally, that shit don't mean nothing to me. You feel me? I criticize the motherfuckers from my own gym when I feel like they doing something wrong. You know what I'm saying? So me knowing a person personally doesn't negate the fact that don't mean that they're exempt from criticism is what I'm trying to say. No, I know what you're saying, USA. I know what you're saying, but I'm just saying, like, and I hear people say that all the time. It's like because you know somebody personally, just because you know somebody personally, they feel like they not open for criticism. Because that's your homie or because you know him personally, you know what I mean? You should be looking out for their best interests. And sometimes negative criticism could, get them back in the right track. It's not hating, bro. If you actually want to see somebody do well, you be like, yo, you need to, you're looking kind of foolish when you say this, man. Like, you got to tighten up when you're talking amongst the media. You feel what I'm saying? But it is what it is. Yeah, Anonymous, we know he don't like boxers, bro. Like, we seen it. We seen it with our own eyes. We seen it with Sandor. We seen it with fucking Jermaine Ortiz. Like you talking shit about Puerto Ricans, but Puerto Ricans is outboxing you. Are you sitting in the ring crying? I ain't see him cry. Listen, and I heard people was like, man, he was emotional because, he won the fight. What's wrong with expressing your emotions when you... Bro, did he cry with Steve Claggett? Did he cry with Steve Claggett? Did he cry with Josh Taylor? I don't recall. Can somebody correct me if I'm wrong? If he did cry, let me know. Did he cry with Josh Taylor? Did he cry with Steve Claggett? Did he cry when he stopped that one dude? What was his name? Rojas or some shit like that? Did he cry when after he beat them dudes? Nah, man. This dude had a mental breakdown because he thought he lost that fight. He thought he lost that fight. He thought that they was gonna swing that shit his way. Bro, he didn't know how to react. No, Pedro Campa, I'm sorry. When he stopped Pedro Campa, was he crying? Let me know. Do I still got it, man? Bro, this is a man who he fronts like he's this confident person. This dude is absolutely delusional. He suffers from mental health issues. That's something that happened. that traumatized him. After this, and it all happened. It seemed to happen after this Teofimo, this Lomachenko fight. Him beating Loma happened to be the biggest curse. I heard Kambosos say this during a press conference, and I look back on it. I'm like, yo, he might actually have a point. It seemed like everything went downhill for Tio after that Loma fight. You feel me? From the mental aspect. You know, like I said, watch some early interviews from T.O. I listen to these current interviews. They don't sound like the same person. I've been saying this on and off, but don't nobody give a fuck when it's a man that's spiraling out of control. You feel me? So that's what I see with him, in all honesty, man. I don't really know what to even say about this dude anymore. It's just listen, like I said, he don't want nothing to do with these boxers. This man fronts like he's this confident dude. He's hella insecure. He doubts himself a lot. You feel what I'm saying? Mentally weak, stop motion MMA. Yes. He said it's just that's the reality. You know what I mean? He sat there and he cried against Jermaine Ortiz because he was so frustrated in that fight. You know, like that little badass kid that gets so frustrated that tears start coming out his eyes. I was that badass kid. Shit, I'll tell you that right now. I was that little badass kid that would get so mad that I would cry. T.O. was frustrated. You know what I mean? He felt like the fight didn't go his way. He didn't seem confident, before the scorecards was put out there. The man, when he got announced as the winner, he broke down. He didn't break down because he was happy that he won. You know what I'm saying? I seen fighters do it before. I seen Floyd cry after he won fights and shit like that, but that was after he dominated fights. They crying for different reasons. One crying out of joy, man. Another one's crying out of relief. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I think about T.O. But before I, finish this shit up, let's hear what T.O. got to say, man. Imagine calling out a nigga for another motherfucker. It's not like you his trainer, you his manager. Is Teofimo Lopez Dean the Great's promoter? I know he got Takeover promotions and shit. Is Dean the Great signed with Takeover? Who is Dean the Great signed with? Let me see. Who was Dean the Great signed with? Dean keep ducking that work from Carmel. Of course he do. Carmel will beat the dog shit out of Dean, bro. Dean got picks, bro. I don't know if y'all from Philly or know about Philly slang, but when a nigga say they got picks, that means they selected with who they want problems with. If a nigga got no picks, that means they don't give a fuck. They'll get smoked with anybody. Dean got picks, bro. Dean definitely got picks. I heard him talk crazy to Ryan, and then he running to Ryan, and he on some buddy shit. I was like, oh, this nigga soft. I peeped out, like, oh, this nigga soft. You know what I'm saying? He not like that at all. You feel me? Pagat Petit, bro, you really you's a Devin hater out the ass, bro. Like, you be hating like a motherfucker, bro. Like, on some real shit. Like, you can't help yourself. You really be in your bag. You said Dean signed with Misfits. Oh, okay. So if that's the case, then why T.O.? If you're not his promoter, you're not his manager, you're not his advisor, anything like that, what you just his friend, why is you calling out Shakur for another nigga? When you know damn well Dean not going to fight Shakur. You know damn well, Dean ain't fighting no Shakur. So why he said I only talk about Shakur for Dean, but you never mention Dean when you talking about Shakur. What the fuck are you talking about? What are you talking about? Like, and like the media just be letting them say whatever, bro. You know what? What's what we doing? I'm gonna call T.O. dad. Cause I can't talk to you, bro, but then I can't really talk to your punk ass daddy neither, man. No, let me talk to this nigga dad, man. You ain't gonna keep ducking me, cuz if y'all know, I done called T.O. dad so many times and nobody fucking answering shit like that, bro. I ain't rocking with this shit. We gonna figure this shit out. Let me see some. Nah, you ain't you gonna answer this motherfucking phone call today. You know what I'm saying? You gonna answer this motherfucking phone call today. You ain't gonna keep playing with me. You gotta speak up for your lame ass son. You know what I'm saying? No, I don't want T.O. No, I want T.O. Senior. Where T.O. Senior at? Yeah. The fuck is dad at? Don't tell me, oh, his dad took his number down. He took the number down. He took his number down, y'all. Let me see something. Let me see something real quick. They got me fucked up. Shay said, what did I just walk into? Nah, man, it's just they pissed me off, man. They pissed me off. I don't be understanding how the way these dudes be moving. Oh, man, I can't find T.O. Senior dad number no more. I used to be able to pull that shit up. I can't pull it up no more. Let me see. Yeah, they took his damn number down. Yeah, you knew what you was doing. You knew what you was doing. But anyways, my fault, y'all. Shout out to my boy Lorenzo with the $2 super chat. He said, let's go. Yeah, absolutely, my brother. He lucky they took his motherfucking number down. I ain't had that number saved. They would have been about his ass. Pause if I'd have had his number. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. Nah, I ain't got his number saved or nothing like that. You feel me? But it is what it is. But no, like I was saying, man, why is Teofimo saying that he mentions this? And this is the headline right here. I'm gonna read it one more time. He says Teofimo Lopez says that he only talks about Shakur Stevenson for Dean, as in Dean the Great. He only talks about Shakur for Dean. Why are you talking about another man for another man? As far as I'm concerned, Dean run his mouth all the time. Why you need to talk for him? Then he goes on to say that he is moving up and is done with 140. There's nothing left there, but he will still hold his belt there. Another dumbass claim, because if you are done with the division and you feel like there's nothing there anymore, why are you still holding the belts? It's because there is something still there. There is something still there. You just don't want the problems that are there in that division. Just keep it real. That's why you go around talking about you two-time undisputed, because you don't want to fathom the fucking idea of having competition around you that may possibly smoke your bitch ass. Now, this ain't me disrespecting T.O. as if like he's a bum or he can't beat these dudes. Yeah, I think he could beat a couple dudes at 140. I ain't gonna lie to you. I think he can. I think he has what it takes. But the problem is he thinks that he's their superior. He thinks that he's just so above motherfuckers. He's already around calling himself a Hall of Famer. Bro, you beat Richard Comey, Loma, that was a good win. Josh Taylor, that was a good win. But let's not act like you beat the Josh Taylor that Jose Ramirez lost to. You know what I'm saying? He came off of an iffy-ass fight with Jack Catterall, and he ain't been the same since then. You feel what I'm saying? Not to discredit you, Josh Taylor, you know, he's still there. He got a controversial win over Jack Catterall, which I thought he lost. He hasn't been the same since then. But because you beat Josh Taylor, who was a former undisputed champion, he wasn't undisputed when he fought you, but because he was undisputed before he fought you, you think you just absorb all his accolades. A nigga become a sponge and just take over all his accolades. This is like me. Let's say, rest in peace, Kobe. I beat Kobe one-on-one, right? I beat Kobe one-on-one, and then I go around talking about I'm a 5-time NBA champion. How the fuck that work? Or I beat Kobe in a pickup game, or we play an actual game and my team beat his team. I'm a 5-time NBA. Bro, you don't adopt other people's accolades because you beat them. You know what I'm saying? Like if Josh Taylor had all the belts when you beat him, all right, cool. That's cool. But the reality of the situation is, yeah, one belt when you beat him. So you're not a unified champion. You have one of the belts. You have one of the belts. You feel me? You are not 2-time undisputed. You weren't undisputed at 135 neither. Devin Haney was walking around with that WBC title when they took it off Loma because Loma ain't want to fight him at the time. They give him a franchise belt. Devin had he was the full status champion while Loma was unified. You beat Loma when he was unified. You were unified champion, sir. You were not undisputed. But because you don't want nothing to do with Devin Haney, you got your own history book, my nigga. You got a history book, and you the only one who has a copy of it. You just writing down your own history. You want people to read your book and act like that's the reality. That's not the reality. You mean to tell me that you a Hall of Famer, bro? Is T.O. a Hall of Famer? Is it that easy to get into the Hall of Fame? When we look at all the other guys that's in the Hall of Fame that done beat champion on top of champion on top of champion, you just got to beat one champion in one weight class and then two champions in another weight class, and you're a Hall of Famer? Is that all it takes? Let me know. Is that all it takes to be a Hall of Famer, bro? Because as far as I'm concerned, the Hall of Famers that I recollect, like Tim Bradley, I don't like Tim Bradley, but I ain't about to act like he ain't got no fucking resume. Andre Ward, he had to prove he was great over and over and over again. Floyd Mayweather had to prove he was great over and over and over again. Bro, there's people that's active in boxing right now that are more deserving of the Hall of Fame than you. And they're not going around talking about they Hall of Famers. Danny Garcia, one of them. Danny Garcia got a way better resume than Teofimo Lopez. He don't go around calling himself no fucking Hall of Famer. Why do the message is he thinks he's greater than what the fuck he's proven so far. Like his head, he's God. But you're not. You don't have all this. You're not as phenomenal as you think you are, bro. You're not. You fought Steve Claggett, who was a fucking cherry picker, had like 7-8 losses when you fought him. Had your shit on dubs, my nigga. Had your fucking eyes on ice. T.O. is a motherfucking Earthman. He is a fucking Earthman. Fool-ass Earthman. Yes, he is. But no, some real shit, bro. Like that, I'm pretty much vetting to you motherfuckers right now because whenever I see a Teofimo Lopez headline, it's just always some head-scratching shit or some confusing shit. That don't make no sense, and the media just be like, oh, yeah, thanks, T.O. We're going to take these numbers and run with it. Thanks, T.O. Just be enabling the motherfucker, bro. But let's hear it from Teofimo Lopez himself.
Avenue in a new spot.
This is a 26-second clip. This is Teofimo Lopez, y'all. Let's go.
Just mentioning Shakur for the only liking of Dean the Great. That's not my weight class. I fight at 140 and soon to be fighting at 147.
Okay,
so
you're moving up.
So you never know, man. To be honest, yeah, I might just do that. There's nothing really going out for me in my division. I'll still hold my belts and do that, and just entertain a new avenue and a new spark in my career and in my weight class of 147.
I just got my first happy ending.
Just mentioning Shakur.
That was
I just got
fucking
my
wild.
first happy ending by accident. So let's talk about it and rate it 1 through 10. I went in for
That's
single.
exactly why I don't go on Twitter all like that. These niggas be wildin'. Yo, nigga said he just had his first happy ending. That nigga is wild. That's a different nigga. But anyways, sorry for that little halftime show. Let's run that back one more time with Teofimo Lopez because niggas is wildin'. I don't know what's going on.
Just mentioning Shakur for the only liking of Dean the Great. That's not my weight class. I fight at 140 and soon to be fighting at 147.
Okay,
so
you're moving up.
So you never know, man. To be honest, yeah, I might just do that. There's nothing really going out for me in my division. I'll still hold my belts and do that, and just entertain a new avenue and a new spark in my career and in my weight class of 140.
Listen, if you want to explore different avenues, that's your prerogative. If you want to move up and take on a challenge to try to get another world title, I'm not knocking a 3-division world champion. That's impressive, but don't sit here and act like you're gonna explore 147 because there's nothing for you to do at 140. Like I can't accept that, bro. That shit don't make any fucking sense, bro. It makes no fucking sense. So and he must genuinely feel like that. Like you don't want no top competition at 140, bro. You don't even want a motherfucker to move up from 135 to fight you. Keyshawn was calling you out. He seen you at a motherfucking like a boxers convention, called you out. You acting like you don't acknowledge him. You walking past him like you don't know him. The same nigga who knocked your daddy out and you never got your lick back for. Like little weird shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Then, you fight Steve Claggett, who was ranked like number 15 in the WBO when you fought him. So you mean to tell, and then you was acting like nobody wanted to fight you. You was on the Donza project acting like niggas is ducking you. So you mean to tell me that the 14 people that came before Steve Claggett turned you down? Why nobody talk about Anderson getting his ass whooped? No, we talked about that. You must have missed it, my brother. We definitely spoke about that. We spoke about that shit a few times, actually. Watching that fight, man, I feel like Martin Bakole needs to be spoken about more, man. I genuinely feel like Bakole need to get in this mix and really get his name popping. He need to keep Martin. That was a sensational win, bro. He got to get his name in the mix and, make his name undeniable to fight. He got to fight for a world title, bro. He got to. It'd be sad if he don't get the opportunity. Anonymous said Tio deadass could possibly lose to all the other champs at 140. Liam Paro, probably. Puello, I don't know. I gotta see Puello a little bit more. Dev champion in recess. He don't want no. We know he don't want no smoke with Dev. You want to know how I know they don't want no smoke with Dev, bro? Did you ever see that John where Devin walked up in the middle of T.O. interview? You could just see in T.O. body language he was all uncomfortable, and and Devin was like, bro, you keep talking about. He's like, bro, I beat the shit out of him. Like he talking crazy right in front of T.O. And T.O. just like real quiet, don't really know what to say and shit. You see what I mean? And the whole time he trying to flex on Dev. It was like, bro, Dev is further ahead than you. That's why you only making like $2 million a fight. And that's why, and then you sign that deal, and then you mad that they not paying you enough. You sign that deal, you fucking weirdo. You signed for that amount of money, and then you complaining that Top Rank not paying you enough. How the fuck that makes sense? Yeah, Anonymous. Yeah, that's a fact. Because Bill Haney and them was trying to lock in that Gervonta Davis fight. I think they sent the offer to Tank for like 20 mil. And then Leonard Ellaby and them was like, oh, we're the ones who send the offers. You can't send us anything, blah, blah, blah. So I think they ran into Dev at an event. It was one of those fights. And T.O. Sr. was like, why don't you offer us that 20 mil? Nigga, you're not Tank, bro. You don't sell like Tank do. You're not a star like Tank. You make $2 million. Guaranteed with Top Rank. So you asking for 10 times the amount? Literally, 10 times 2 is 20. You asking for 10 times the amount that you're guaranteed right now, contractually, to fight Devin Haney. If that's not called pricing yourself out, I don't know what is. When the fuck has Teofimo Lopez ever generated crazy numbers to where people will be comfortable with cutting him a check for $20 million? Tank has showed you that. Has T.O.? Absolutely not. I heard that he turned down a fight with Brian Norman because they was trying to get him to fight on a Friday. If they're getting you to fight on a Friday, bro, newsflash, my nigga, they don't think too much of your numbers. They don't. You want to know how I know? Do you think they'll have Tyson Fury fight on a Friday or a Thursday? Because T.O. don't fight on a Thursday, bro. Would they have Tyson Fury fight on a Thursday or a Friday? Would they have Nayu and NUA fight on a Friday or on a Thursday or a Friday? Come on, man. They did it to Shakur to try to teach him a lesson once they figured out he was walking out the door. But T.O., bro, they don't think much of you, bro. They don't. Devin definitely a bigger star than T.O. Definitely. Hands down. Yeah, he fighting on a Tuesday, but that's a different time zones, bro. In Japan, be on a totally different type of time. Japan on a totally different type of time. Naoya Inoue is a different type of star. They got a little different system going out in Japan. But from what I understand, they said that nigga like MJ over there. That's what I heard. Lorenzo in Japan right now. He tell you. Inoue a bona fide star in Japan. So it don't matter what day he fight on. That shit gonna sell. In the US, you fight on a Thursday or a Friday, you're probably not gonna do too much. You're probably not gonna do too much. Or your promoters don't think much of you because niggas not coming out in huge numbers on a Thursday. Niggas gotta wake up and go to work tomorrow. Lorenzo said if Inoue takes a shit, it's on the news. That tell you everything you need to know. Shout out to my boy Najee Spiller. He said when I was in Japan, Inoue was on every poster and billboard. The motherfucker is a star, simple and plain. T.O.'s not that. T.O. is not that. We said Inoue selling out stadiums that sit 50,000. Ain't T.O. like, don't he be struggling to fill up the small theater at Madison Square Garden? Come on, man. And you gonna ask Devin Haney and them for 20 mil? That's how I know you was scary, motherfucker, bro. That's how I know you, like, you scary, like you turkey, bro. That's how I know you turkey. It's like, come on, dog. So once you start being unrealistic with your money, that's how I know you scary, bro. And shout out to Oscar De La Hoya. You know what I'm saying? Now, I know that shit sound crazy. I don't rock with De La Hoya like that. But he finally admitted, because, you know, this is big stigma in boxing, or like this big, you know, saying in boxing that no fighter is scared of another fighter. I've always called bullshit on that, bro. I've literally heard of professional fighters saying, oh, I'm not fighting that guy. For what? So he not about to add me to his knockout. Listen, bro, I done literally heard this shit with my own ears, bro. Niggas be scared for their life when it comes to other fighters. Mike Tyson said that motherfucker, like, he should be scared before every fight. And you want me to believe that these motherfuckers is just not human with zero fear in their body? Oscar De La Hoya said he used to be terrified. He used to struggle to get off of the couch to walk out the locker room before every fight. And you mean to tell me that fighters don't be scared of other fighters, bro? This man De La Hoya just admitted that Canelo Alvarez is terrified of David Benavidez. Like, these niggas be scary, bro. I mentioned that because it's like, people always talking about, oh, no fighter's scared of another fighter. Oh, they're fighters. They're not scared of anybody. Yes, they are, bro. Yes, they are. Come on, man. Try that shit with somebody else. You know what I'm saying? He said, hold on. I didn't know this. Hold up. I tried to go to the Inoue versus Neri fight, but couldn't because you needed a membership to the Tokyo Dome. Shit like $100 a month, and then the tickets for nosebleeds were like $150. So, hold up. So, for you, so Inoue is selling out. So he's selling so many tickets that they turn their motherfuckers down from buying tickets. That's what you're telling me. They turning down motherfuckers from buying tickets. They trying to throw motherfuckers away from the door. And they giving you a whole thing where it's like, oh, well, if you want to buy a ticket, you need a membership for the Tokyo Dome. They turning people away from seeing Inoue fight. Wow. That's fucking crazy, bro. That's crazy. That might be some next level shit. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't even know if Tank doing that type shit. Wow. said Canelo asking for $200 million to fight Benavidez, and that's not saying he's scared. I don't know what it is. That's a fact. Bro, but if you let Canelo talk, bro, he be saying a lot, bro. He be telling you exactly what be on his brain. That man said, yo, yeah, he's a risk. So because he's a risk, I want this type of money. He know, like, he genuinely shook of Benavidez, bro. He know that if he fight Benavidez is going to be on his ass, dog. I'm telling you, Benavidez is going to fuck around, beat that nigga the fuck up, bro. I'm telling you, bro. He know that. He know that there's going to be bloodshed if he fight Benavidez. So before he get into that, bro, he need a substantial amount of money before he do that. All right, you want this to be the passing of the torch? You want this man to be the new face of Mexico, possibly? All right, that shit need to be worth my while. I need 200 mil. I heard Turkey offered Canelo 110. He turned it down. And I think he said he won 150 for Bud. That's crazy. I did not know that. That's that Tokyo, that membership shit. That's crazy. Yo, yo, yo. Yo, yo. What's up? What's up? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Let me know.
Yo.
Oh, all right, y'all can hear me. What's going on, y'all? My fault. I don't know what the fuck that was about. I don't know if it's because it's raining. There's been some flood warnings in Philly. I don't know what the fuck going on, but probably interfering with the Wi-Fi. But nah, yo, I forgot what the fuck I was even talking about. We was talking about Nayu anyway, I believe. But no, we were speaking about Canelo Alvarez as well. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is, man. that man really sit there and do whatever the fuck he want, and they be with it. So it is what it is, man. What can I really say? You know what I mean? Let's get a couple more questions before I get up out of here, man. I got an hour in so far. Let me see how many likes we got. Let me see what's up. We got 21 likes. Appreciate that shit, man. Much appreciation to everybody that's showing love to the channel. You feel me? But let's get a couple more questions before we get up out of here. Some new discussions, man. You know, I spoke about Shakur Stevenson, William Zepeda being next, Teofimo Lopez making his way to 47. You know what I'm saying? Open boxing topics, of course. So let's get into a few more things before you get up out of here. I got some time. You know what I mean? I'm feeling good. I mean, I took a good nap, man. I ain't gonna hold you. So I'm got a little bit of energy right now. So what's up? What we doing? Who y'all want to see on the show next, man? Who y'all want to see on the show next? You know what I mean? I got some things in the works. You know, if you're in the group chat, then you know I got some good shit going on. Got some quality people from the boxing world that's going to be back in the, back on the channel, running it back. I'm going to definitely try to get Bomac on here. Bradman will be coming on the panel soon. We got a few people that's definitely going to be back in the building for sure. Yeah, man. Yeah. You said Bomac or Boots. Yeah, I'm gonna try to bring Bomac back. Cause I still got Bomac number, but I changed my number. So I'm gonna let Michelle know. I'm gonna have Michelle hit him up. Jordan Scherer says, what are your thoughts on I think the name is Amin Khalif, the Algerian fighter in the Olympic finals. I think you're referring to that woman or man, whatever the fuck that people have been speaking about. You know, I was under the impression that was a transgender at one point, but apparently she was born a woman. It's a lot of misinformation out here. I don't know what's true. I don't know what's not. On one side I heard that it was a transgender. Then they said she was born a woman. She just had some type of condition where she has like unusual levels of testosterone, and she may possibly have an XY chromosome. But the thing is, as far as I'm concerned, if you got an XY chromosome, you're a man, according to science. Then I had one of my homies, J Cash, hit me up and say that, she had gotten banned from EBA. I believe that's the name of the boxing organization, because she had falsified documents claiming she was a woman when she was really a man. Listen, I don't fucking know. I don't know. The Olympics be on a totally different type of time. They clearly pushing agendas that, are toxic. You know what I mean? That are going to be things that I'm going to make sure that my son, I'm going to make sure my son is aware of it, but definitely going to be steering them clear from. They got some disgusting shit going on over there. I haven't been tuned into the Olympics at all. Like I said, I don't know if y'all know, but basketball is my second favorite sport. Probably third. No, I'm going to say second. And I usually watch Team USA ball out. You feel what I'm saying? But I'm not even watching them because, I just ain't rocking with how the way they moving right now. You feel me? So I don't know, man. Who y'all got for Ortiz versus Bohachuk, man? I'm rocking with Virgil, man. I know Anonymous got Bohachuk. I got Virgil, man. Virgil seemed like he pretty pissed off too, man. Virgil left Bohachuk hanging. And he said that's because his team was talking shit. And he said he don't really care what anybody really got to say about it. Describing his character, he really don't care what anybody got to say about it. It is what it is type shit. So Virgil, he seemed like he in his bag. Now I was watching Bohachuk versus Brian Mendoza and shit. And listen, man, Bohachuk got a shit ton of power. But I don't know, man. I think Virgil gonna get him though. Aspiring amateur and pro boxers stay far away from the Olympics. That's a fact. That's funny because I was just telling people at the gym the other day. I'm like, yo, like I know a lot of amateurs, they have dreams of going to the Olympics and shit like that. But I'm like, yo, at this point, man, it's like the Olympics so fucked up right now. I don't even want to see amateur boxing in the Olympics no more, for one. And then for two, it's like, yo, bro, like you could work your ass off and you could be well deserving of a victory. And they'll still fuck you over. We seen it happen with Floyd. We seen it happen with Roy. We seen it happen with multiple fighters. You think they won't do that to you just so they could crush your dreams? I seen fighters beat other fighters, and then the country they represent will still pick the fighter that they beat, because at the end of the day, they get to hand select who represents them in the Olympics. You see what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. I don't really know what to really say about any of that shit. But what I was saying at the gym was, bro, like if I'm an amateur coming up right now, I'm worried about the Golden Gloves. I'm worried about the Nationals. All those big tournaments, I'm worried about them. Get them under my resume. And then, whenever I feel ready or whenever my team feel like I'm ready, or when, both of us feel like we're ready, then we turn to pro. Because for real, nah, man. You said I'm hearing rumors of Andy Cruz versus Hector Garcia. Woo! Yeah, they definitely moving Andy fast as fuck. And what's crazy is I got Andy winning that joint too. I think Andy will style on Hector Garcia. I like Andy in that one. The speed, the athleticism. I think that shit. And Andy sitting down on them punches, it look like he punching with bad intentions. The punching look very sharp, man. Like the full extension on the punches. Andy shitty sharp right now, man. I don't know. I think he'll punch on Hector. But Hector tough though. And he could crack. So Andy gotta be on point. Anonymous, I was actually about to say that too. I was like, yo, he ain't look good against Roach. So I don't know if Tank knocked something loose out in his noggin or what. Or his confidence just not there how it used to be. But I don't know, man. I feel like with Tank, it's like some fighters do, they go on and do great shit after him. And then there's some fighters that he fights that punch resistance just go down the drain, right? Like with Rolly, I never really seen Rolly get hurt, rock, nothing like that. Prior to Tank, mind you, he didn't really fight nobody that was like a big puncher. But it seemed like after Tank dropped him, stopped him, he started getting hurt by everybody. You feel what I'm saying? He barely made it out of there with Barroso. Took a lot of damage against Pitbull. I don't know. I think like his chin just went down the drain after that Tank fight. Hector Luis Garcia, like you said, Anonymous, he was getting knocked all over the ring. He was stumbling all over the ring. I don't know, man. Like he buckled against Tank. He claimed he couldn't see. You know what I'm saying? That I don't know, bro. I think Tank really be having these dudes questioning their chin after they fight. Yeah, Joanne Ingram did Rolly really bad in sparring with those big ass gloves. Stopped him bad. People jumping in the ring and all types of shit. Yeah, that was a bad jump. What? Yeah, Andy Cruz, he's getting better each and every fight, man. That's what's scary about him. And then, the matchmakers probably noticed that shit about Hector Garcia too, which is why, they throwing Andy in the mix with him. Because if Andy beat Hector Luis Garcia, a former world champion, with just 5 professional fights, that's going to look extremely impressive. He gonna keep climbing up them rankings. You feel me? Najee Spiller said, how do you think Andy Cruz and Keyshawn plays out right now? I think they gotta let Andy just cook up just a little bit more, because at this point in time, because this is the thing, like Andy Cruz, he had the amateurs down pat, right? You know, he knew how to fight in them 3 rounds. He mastered that shit. Now the professionals is a totally different level where it's 12 rounds. You know what I mean? Shit slow down. You know, you taking your time now. You being more patient. You feel what I mean? You got 36 minutes in the amateurs. You only got 9 minutes. So you got 4 times the amount of time in the pros at a world championship level. So with that being known, it's like, I think at this point, Keyshawn is just a more seasoned professional. So like, I could see Andy Cruz being successful early, but then like as the rounds go on, because Keyshawn is the more experienced pro, I could probably see Keyshawn getting off on Andy at this point in time. However, I do think that as Andy Cruz continues to develop as a professional, I think that slowly but surely he's going to quickly, because they're moving him pretty quick. It's going to get to the point where he's going to be amongst those guys, like on the same level with them or even surpassing them. I think Andy Cruz is that talented. You feel what I mean? So I think at this point, you know, Keyshawn, I just think Andy, you know, he getting the proper coaching. You know what I mean? He getting the proper seasoning on him. You know, they just put him in the oven, but he need to cook up just a little bit more before he ready to, you know what I mean? To be ready to be in the mix and shit like that. You feel what I'm saying? They know that, though. That's why they putting him in there with some experienced, rugged guys like Antonio Moran. They just trying to get a feel for where Andy Cruz is at. So they giving him some experienced guys but not necessarily world beaters. You know what I'm saying? So they like, all right, we're going to give him this dude, see how he do against him. All right, he did good. Let's step it up just a little bit more and put him in there with this dude. So now they started with Antonio Moran, who done been around the block. And according to the rumors that Anonymous said, they put him in there with Hector Garcia. So this is a former world champion who seems to be on the decline or has had a lot of down moments, you know, since, you know, his defeat to Gervonta Davis. All right, let's see how he do against him. You feel what I mean? And just keep testing him out from there. And the more they put him in there with some credible guys, the more they're going to see what he's made of. And then, you know, once he looks sensational against a real formidable opponent, then I'm sure they're not going to have any problem putting him in there with the other champions or the other elite contenders in the division. That's what I think. And Billy versus Derevyanchenko. What happens in the middle of this month? And Billy, listen. He that new nigga coming up in the division. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of eyes on him. You feel what I mean? And he been doing this thing. I like M. Billy. Derevyanchenko, on the other hand, man, he done been in there with some experienced guys. You know, he been in there with Triple G. He been in there with Jamal Charlo. I believe he was in there with Jaime Munguia. He'd have been around the block. So this is a guy that you could probably say is on the decline, but done been around. See what I mean? So I think this is gonna be like youth versus experience in this situation, because, you know, M. Billy, the new dude. You see what I mean? I don't know exactly how old M. Billy is, but, you know, I know he's coming up right now. He hasn't really fought the guys that Derevyanchenko has faced. You feel what I mean? Let's get a little bit more information on M. Billy. M. Billy is 29 years old. You know what I'm saying? But in terms of having like the biggest names, you know, some of the most notable names that I see on here is like Demond Nicholson. I mean, that's the most standout name to me. Carlos Gongora, I'm familiar with that name as well. Von Alexander, you know, that's a tough guy that you really don't want to put the average person up against, because he do upset some people. DeAndre Ware, I'm aware of him. We were supposed to fight him at one point in time. You know, Ronald Ellis. Okay. So, yeah, he got some good names. Ain't no doubt about that. I like Ronald Ellis. But Derevyanchenko, you know, in terms of who they fought, you know, there's no real comparison. But it's a good fight. It's a good style matchup, man. If, you know, Sergey Derevyanchenko, you know, he got a few losses. You know what I'm saying? I think he lost like his last 3 fights as far as I'm concerned. So, no, wait, actually, He lost 3 fights in a row. I'm sorry. He lost to Triple G, Jamal. Then he lost to Adames. Came off a win that lost to Munguia again. So then he beat Von Alexander. Okay. So they were bound to meet each other because they've been facing similar type opponents. But anyways, this is definitely going to be the experienced guy versus the youthful guy. And this is going to be a tough outing for Mbili because even though Derevyanchenko has a lot of losses at this point, 15-5, he's never been stopped. You feel what I'm saying? So this is going to be a tough, durable opponent in front of Mbili. So we're going to see exactly what his finishing skills is like. You know what I'm saying? Exactly what he's made of. This is a good fight for Mbili to really see where he's at this point in his career. He got 27 fights. So, the time is coming where he's going to have to, he going to have to prove himself. You know what I'm saying? Do I think Pacheco passes the test against Selecki? Yes, he does. I think Pacheco is one of the most underappreciated fighters that's coming up right now. You feel what I mean? I think he gonna really do his thing against Selecki. Selecki is another dude who, done been around the block. You know what I mean? I watched him fight live against Gabe Rosado at the Leah course on a Matchroom card, and he did his thing. I actually had won a bet. I said Selecki was going to beat Gabe Rosado. You know what I'm saying? There was a lot of people in there supporting Gabe and thought Gabe was going to get off on him because they didn't know Selecki. And I'm going to tell you what, Selecki, and I'll never forget this shit. I think he's from Poland. Selecki had a whole section at the Leocourt Center. They was all waving their Polish flags, bro. That motherfucker had a little fan base over there with him. But regardless, that's a different story. That's a good step up for Pacheco. I think Pacheco is going to do sensational in that fight. I ain't going to lie to you. Did y'all see when Canelo posted that episode where he stopped Selecki in sparring? It was in the lead up to the Jaime Munguia fight. They had a little episode. I don't know exactly who posted. I don't know if it was Premier Boxing Champions, but he brought Selecki in for sparring. And they show like little clips here and there, but at the end, you see Canelo hitting with a shot, and he like hunched over like he was done, and they stopped the sparring session. And they didn't exactly say his name, but I know exactly who Selecki is. I know what he looked like. You feel what I mean? They said he was like a top ranked, like, super middleweight and shit like that. And you know what I mean? He was like, it's different when you in the ring with me. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, Canelo fucked him up in sparring. That was a bad jump. But Anonymous said, who wins, her versus Rosario? I feel like both of them dudes damaged goods, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. I think Jared Hurd a lot more I think he more damaged than Rosario. Rosario act funny with the body shots, but Jared Hurd act like I think he took a lot of damage against J-Rock. And I'm not even talking from a physical aspect. I think from a mental aspect. Because Jared Hurd was like the Terminator. He was walking everything down. He was fucking everybody up. He was unified champion at 154. He was as confident as can be. And J-Rock was that dude coming up. And I knew what J-Rock was going to do to him because I was a part of that camp. And it was something, and Bradman could tell you. We did an interview about that. And J-Rock was so sharp. J-Rock was so sharp that camp. And I was like, yo, like, Jared gonna have trouble with this motherfucker, man. He gonna have some trouble with this dude. And he went over to that man's hometown and beat him. Ever since then, I just been feeling like Jared Hurd, his defense is terrible, man. He don't respond to punches well. I don't know. He just seemed like a shot fighter to me. I think that J-Rock did a lot of irreversible damage on that man that I don't think he's going to be able to recover from. So I think they both damaged dudes. I think that they real damaged dudes, but, I don't know. I think Jason and Rosario could punch too. One beat J-Rock One stopped J-Rock, other one got spanked by J-Rock. It's an interesting fight. I'm gonna definitely check that out. Shout out to Pro Box for putting that together. That's a pretty good fight considering where they both at in their career. I think it's pretty fair. You said I got hurt. What makes you get hurt though? Let's check out what's going on with Jason Rosario. Let's see where he at. Let's see what he got going on. Damn. He got stopped all 4 times. Let's see something. He got knocked out by Nathaniel Gallimore a while back, Jermel, Lubin, Mendoza. These are all credible dudes. Shit. Jared Hurd. Damn, this is a good fight, man. It's a good fight. Damn, I really want to see this shit now. I'm gonna rock with Jason. Let's see what happens. Yeah, that was scary, man. That was scary. That body shot knockout Mel gave him. The way that man was like, I was like, oh, bro, yeah, like he got shot or something, bro. Like, like he got hit in his lungs or something. Like it. That was a scary John. But yeah, I'm a rock with Jason on this one, man. But it's like they like on the same fucking type of time in their careers right now. This is a really good fight, man. Only thing that's concerning with me on Jason Rosario's part is that all his losses he got stopped in. That's what's concerning. Jared might be just a little bit more durable than him. But I feel like Jason's the bigger puncher. So he might do more damage. Fuck. It's a good-ass fight. I don't know, man. I don't even want to pick Jason on the low. I don't really want to pick him on the low. I'm not really confident in that answer. In terms of who I got for Catterall and Prograis, I got Catterall. I think Catterall going to outpoint Regis. And I don't know if I was tripping. Am I tripping? Or did Regis look old? Do y'all think Regis look old against Haney? Or was just Haney just cooking him? Or did Haney just expose something that we never really seen in Regis? Lorenzo, you shout out for that. He said Regis is cheeks. I mean, he's a 2-time world champion, bro. I was watching, go take a look back at that Devin Haney fight, bro. Regis look old in there, man. Trying to tell you, I don't know if I was like, and my dad mentioned it without me saying nothing, and I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm gonna probably check it out again. But on some real shit, Regis look old in there. You just think he got exposed? Okay. Yeah, he just, I don't know. Could be just he ain't got no fucking feet. You feel what I'm saying? Maybe he just ain't got no feet. Yeah, there was a lot of people who thought Regis came out on top against Ja. That was a good-ass fucking fight too, bro. I remember they seen each other the morning after the fight. Fucking Ja Taylor eye was on dubs. Regis' face all fucked up. That shit was hilarious. That was a good-ass fight, though. That Josh Taylor, man, he impressed me a lot. I don't know what happened to him. I don't know if it was just a weight cut. I don't know, bro. It's like he crashed and burned bad, bro. Injuries, I don't know. I think it was just the accuracy from Dev that started to break down Regis a little bit. He'd have stepped on the gas a little bit more, he probably would have stopped Regis. But I'm gonna get up out of here, man. I've been on here an hour and a half, man. I appreciate everybody that came through and showed love to the channel, man. Everybody that's been contributing to the conversations. Yeah, I mean, we had a good live today. Josh Taylor should have moved up. Absolutely. He's a huge 140, like 5'11". He should have been at welterweight. But for some reason, he keep finding his way back down to 40. But it is what it is. But I'm going to get up out of here, man. Shout out to everybody that came through and showed love. You know what I mean? I'm going to be back with some more videos. I'm going to be back with another live tomorrow, I believe, as well. You see what I mean? So shout out to the nation and the mob. He said best live of the week, man. You must have missed out on the Greg Hackett, John. I think that was the highlight of my week so far. Pause. You know what I mean? That was probably one of my favorite ones. But regardless, I'm gonna get up out of here, man. Y'all have a blessed, beautiful night. I'm out of here, man. Peace.